Indeed, good morning. This is Jeff. Just wanted to touch base with you and talk to you about my experience yesterday on the land with a gentleman by the name of John Goff. What's pictured is an old aerial shot of the property, so I just wanted to run through exactly what we talked about yesterday. So we met up around our usual rendezvous spot up here and started talking about how this pond could take shape and, of course, about the stream coming across the property. What we were able to deduce and kind of what we had a feeling for already was that at one point this stream was probably a lot more active than it is now. And the reason why it's not a wet stream at this time is because of the way the pond was set up. So basically it seems like the pond was set up at one time to prevent washout over this part of the property or prevent this from staying wet because they wanted to make an entrance to get to the back part of the property. So that makes sense. They had a crossing they needed to make, so they decided to create the pond to prevent this from being washed out when they wanted to bring vehicles in and out of the property. So they created the pond. The interesting thing, and I had uncovered this with Ron when he was in town, is that it looks like not only was there water coming from the Sedano property this way and kind of through this woods line, but also it looks like there's water that kind of came down in a direction somewhat like this and maybe fed down to the property kind of in this direction ultimately. So what was done, it appears, is a creek that used to exist up here was kind of like filled in, or just like a little stream that used to exist right here was filled in. So what we're going to look at is the possibility of making that come kind of back to life, if you will. So where the guest house is going to be in this area, you could end up with water flow that naturally comes down this way, create an area to filter water that will ultimately head into the pond, and then kind of the same thing up here where you'd have the water coming in like it used to naturally do, and ultimately you'd have like maybe a little tiny stream crossing to get to the guest house, which would be, simply taken care of with like a culvert pipe and a drive that could kind of go back to the guest house area. So that could really be beautified and quite nice. And really all you're looking at is kind of some excavation to get to the original creek bed that was here. John brought a geologist from his team out there, and that was an interesting amount of input that we were able to receive from him. What needs to be done is there needs to be some core sampling done of the composition of this soil so that it can be determined what type of membrane needs to be put here and what, if anything, needs to be done to this berm. In the worst case scenario, if the berm's not going to hold the kind of hydrostatic pressure that the pond's going to create, it would need to be kind of compacted, excavated, and then reinstalled and compacted. So the choices for that would include bringing in fill or using fill from other parts of the site. We'd have to just kind of look at what the results are of their study and go from there. So regarding the way the pond might function, you've got basically water feeding from here, here, and we'll be able to supplement with well caps that we located another one here, and you've got another well cap up here, which I know we saw the day we kind of explored the property. So what would happen is you'd have water to supplement and keep the pond full. You'd have water feeding from here and filtered properly and naturally somewhere along its path to get to the pond so it doesn't dirty it if we're keeping it aerated and clean and stocked. So regarding how the pond could work with a stream, basically you're going to have a pipe that works almost like a float switch that would take extra water when it gets to a point that it's at the height that you want to maintain or at the peak height that you'd like to see it at. That water could come through a pipe and then basically like a PVC pipe daylight somewhere down here by the stream, and it could feed the stream bed. We walked along, we were able to kind of look at the way the earth is shaped and see the way this stream used to be, and we think that with excavation we could kind of restore that natural beauty of it. It would be wider in some spots, narrow in others, and kind of meander through the trees like it used to. It's pretty easy when you look at it to figure out what it used to do, so we can restore that. So basically the stream would kind of be recreated and come across to this area, and then somewhere around here what we'd look to do is kind of create another small pond. And basically what that would be like an overflow area. It can be beautified. It doesn't have to be function. It doesn't have to be a real expensive proposition, but essentially you'd have a holding area where water that's come through comes and rests before it flows away. This would ultimately, this area, which is kind of in the woods and it's got a lot of rock in it that can be harvested, this area would eventually be like a spillway for if the water table gets so high that this holding area isn't necessary, or excuse me, is at capacity. So if you can picture heavy rains, water comes down, pond fills up so high that it flows down into the creek. Creek gets filled up. You've got a holding area here. If that becomes filled up, then it goes down the waterway, which probably heads something like this and just drains away off the property. In dry conditions, you've got wellheads here and here, and the same situation could work where if the pond needs water, then it would either gather it from here directly, which would be the holding area of excess water that's come at high water times, and pump back up to the pond, or it could come directly from a well, which would also be connected into this system. So basically it's just a pump that would circulate water kind of from the pond to the stream, to the pond to the stream. So what else needs to be figured out is exactly how the creek would hold water. The only way to do that is get it excavated and then run some water through it and see how it holds it. And some type of liner might be necessary to run, across this way. We'd have to look at the cost of that, see if it's practical. But certainly a lot narrower, just a different setup than you'd have with the pond. So this can all be done. Looks like a really cool idea. Just going to get a proposal from them to do the geological work and study. Essentially, they told me to be prepared for probably about a $7,000 to $8,000 cost to evaluate all the water properties, how it's all going to flow, where it comes from, what the flow rates are, and what really needs to be done to implement this proposition. Also, I'm going to be getting a surveyor out there to shoot some topography. I'm going to get a price on shooting it basically from here to about here. So picture a circle somewhat like this. It looks like it's probably going to be about a $10,000 research project. Should have that proposal by Wednesday, but that'll help us put everything in focus and get you some firm pricing on doing, the whole setup here. So hope that wasn't too long-winded. Hope it makes sense. Happy to discuss it further, but wanted to share this video with you. So be in touch soon. Thank you.